Engineer your energy. I'm Caroline Milton, owner of Milton Coaching Collective, where we help individuals and organizations battle burnout and become high performance. You can learn more about Milton Coaching Collective and our services by going to the website listed just below me here. Every week on Thursdays, I like to come live to you and talk to you about different concepts, whether they can be applied individually or within our group and team settings to help eliminate burnout, help remove obstacles, help prioritize well-being, and achieve that high performance, that human-focused productivity. If you've been joining me over the past couple of weeks, you know that I've been talking a lot about team dynamics. So we've been focusing a little bit more on the organizational side of things. And today holds true as well. But the skill and the tactic that I want to bring to you today can be applied in a team dynamic. It can also be applied for you individually. You see, so many of us have work relationships or work roles in which our expectations are not clearly defined, where we don't know what the standards for success are, where we're not receiving timely and productive feedback from our managers or even from our peers. And this leads to burnout. Having unclear roles and responsibilities is one of the top drivers to burnout within our organizations. And yet so many teams don't make this a priority of setting those clear role definitions, distributing workload appropriately across our roles. So today I want to talk about, again, a strategy that we can use, whether individually or as a team, that can help build trust, reduce burnout, and contribute towards performance. And that is an after action review. So an after action review is a form of a debrief. Now, teams that regularly huddle or debrief about important goals for key decision points and at the end of projects have higher levels of trust and much less burnout than teams that do not regularly huddle. Why is this the case? You see, the process of formally reviewing an event enhances our team members' sense of control and support. So when we have those debriefs, we leave feeling like I know what's expected of me and what I need to do to contribute. And we also know my team members have my back. This is a group approach. This is something that we're tackling together. And that's a really empowering feeling. Now, how do we conduct an after action review? Now, this concept originated in the military. It's now being applied in many different business applications, but it's pretty simple. It's going to feel a little similar to a PDCA for those of you who have a wealth of experience, as I do, conducting PDCAs. But we're going to ask a series of questions and allow 15 minutes for the team to collaborate on these answers. The first is, what was our intended outcome? What was our intended outcome? And then what actually happened? So what is the difference there? What was the intended outcome? What was the actual outcome? The next question that we ask, what do we do that helped the situation? So what were the actions? What were the behaviors that we employed that helped the situation, that helped us resolve the issue at hand or complete the goal or get closer to our objectives? We then ask the question, what do we do that made the situation more complicated or more challenging? So here we might talk about different modes of communication, some lapses in resources as we were attempting to work on projects, but we identified the steps that we made that we'd like to improve upon. So then we ask ourselves, what went well? And if you missed my video last week, make sure you go back and watch that one, because I talk about the power of good news and the importance of good news as we're building teams, how we respond to good news that contributes towards trust and high performance. So we ask ourselves, what did we do well? What went well? And then finally, we ask ourselves, what would we do differently? Were we tasked with this same project again in the future? Were we faced with troubleshooting this issue again? What would we do differently? Again, these might be specific actions and behaviors. This might be our ask, our need for different resources as we tackle things. But again, that's a quick 15-minute debrief where we talk through those different questions and we invoke that sense of trust and support across our teams. Now, at the top of this video, I mentioned that this is a team skill that you can build, but this is also an individual skill that you can apply as well. So you can ask yourself these questions after you complete a project, after you meet a deadline, or even on an annual basis as part of your own performance review. So you can ask yourself, what was the intended outcome? What actually happened? What did I do that helped the situation? What did I do that made the situation more complicated or more challenging? What went well? And what would I do differently? This can be a great launch point for growth conversations that you might have with your supervisors, but can always be an excellent tool for application as you're navigating your own career. Remember, this is your career. You own this career, and it's up to you to do those reflections on your own to make sure that you're navigating in that direction that you want. If you have any questions for me about how to employ this tactic within your teams, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can find me at miltoncc.com. Again, that's just right below here, miltoncc.com. You can also send me a message here on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're watching this episode this week, and I'll make sure that you get a personalized answer from me on how to take that next step forward. If you're interested in coaching or consulting work with Milton Coaching Collective, please reach out as well. We help individuals and organizations, again, battle burnout and move towards that high performance that we all desire, that higher sense of fulfillment personally, professionally. And you can reach out to me to learn more about those services as well. We're booking a lot of workshops right now for International Women's Day. We're booking a lot of workshops for the summer. So you want to make sure you get those on your calendar now. We love doing those interactive type of trainings. So until next week, be well.